you are new to the channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. My name is Eric Moss. I am a modern day performing strongman as well as a personal trainer and motivational speaker. If you're unfamiliar with what that first one is, modern day performing strongman, is I perform feats of strength like bending steel bars, breaking chains, driving nails through wooden boards, rolling up frying pans, twisting horseshoes, stuff like that as part of a live show. Now, one of the reasons that I started this YouTube channel, or I should say this YouTube series, is I know that as a modern day performing strongman, it gives me a unique perspective, and I know that people are gonna wanna know about this sort of thing and wanna know about how I train, etc., etc. And I wanted to be able to share my knowledge, so I started this Q&A series, where if you ask me a question, if it's not something I've already answered, I will get back to you with your own video. So, this question comes from Vipul Thaplayal. He says, hey, what exercises you do to get this strength? Thank you for asking, Vipul. So, prior to becoming a modern day performing strongman, I was very active with the use of kettlebell training. Supposedly there was a rite of passage amongst the strongmen of old of being able to do a Turkish get-up with 100 pounds. Prior to bending steel, I was able to do it with at least 106 pounds. That I kind of stopped there. That was the heaviest kettlebell that I have. That is also known as the Beast. That was promoted by Dragon Door. I was able to do that without issue. So that exercise kind of gave me what I think a pretty good foundation for bending steel. When I was working with my first strongman mentor, the late New Jersey Superman Greg Matonic, he had said that of all of the students he's had over the years, I was the second fastest to progress, second only to the man of steel, Sonny Barry, who is an absolute beast. And I'm like, if I'm gonna come in second to someone, I'm more than happy coming into second to him. Now, this question that he had is actually a multi-part question, because he then followed it up with a second question, which was, bro, I'm a short guy, 5'3", and I want this type of strength. Is it possible? Now, what's kind of ironic is that the specific video that he had commented on was when I was attempting to recreate the Mighty Atom's scroll. So if you're at all familiar with who the Mighty Atom was, the Mighty Atom was not a big guy at all. He was, I think, 5'4", which is only like an inch taller than you, maybe 5'5". I'm not sure on his exact height. Not a big guy, and yet he was able to do things like bite through spikes and chains and hold back airplanes from taking off with his hair. And I actually have his book. Hold on a second. Okay, so the Mighty Atom, am I holding that right? Yeah, Mighty Atom's book. If you can get a copy of this, it's out of print, and it's probably not going to be cheap, but it is well worth every penny that you are willing to spend on it. So the Mighty Atom. There's a bunch of promotional posters that are in the very beginning of the book, and at being not a big guy, I'm gonna just read these to you. Bites big steel nails in half with his teeth, snaps dog chains wrapped around his arm muscles, bursts heavy chains by expanding his chest, bends heavy iron rods with his fingers, makes finger rings out of 20-penny nails, twists 2-inch steel bars around his arm as bracelets, plays with 200 and 300-pound dumbbells as baby plays with toys, bends heavy iron bars by pulling on his hair with an iron comb, supports a big horse, cow, and 4 men on his chest while he lies on a bed of nails, supports 4 men on his chest and bounces them as a rubber ball, stops an airplane at 150 miles speed with his hair, pulls 20-ton fire truck around the block with 20 men, drives 20-penny spikes through a 2-inch wooden plank with just one stroke of his bare fist, bends iron bars on his nose while suspending 4 people, straightens horseshoes with his hands and breaks them, defies strangulation by 2 men pressing on his throat with a rod against the wall, swings merry-go-round of 6 people hanging to his hair, defies 2 high-power automobiles to break away while he holds both with a rope. So as you can see, the mighty Atom was capable of like some pretty freakish things. And one of the things that the mighty Atom had proposed is set no limits upon yourself and you will have none. So when you think that you're only 5'3", therefore you might not have this, trust me, you have more power than you realize. But what you got to do is that you've got to believe that you have that power within you. And every single training program within my studio, I come at from the standpoint that we each have this power to lift a car of a human. You know, it's been shown in numerous life or death situations, and it's got to make you wonder, if that power's in them at that moment when they need it most, it's inside of all of us, but we are inhibited by all of these limiting beliefs about our potential. But if you are willing, if you believe that you have what it takes, and you're willing to push through all kinds of discomfort, you've got more power than you realize. But anyways, I hope that answers your question. If you have any more questions or you have follow-up questions, please drop it in the comments below. If you got value out of this video, please let me know by hitting that like button. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, subscribe. And if there's anyone that you think should see this, please share it with them. But in the meantime, please stay happy, stay healthy, stay strong. Please be safe, everyone. Eric Moss, over and out.